Beautiful Mauzy fam, it is time to revisit some classic KSL action, as we are going to have a best of 3 series here between two Protosses. One of them is very tricky and one of them is known as the former best Protoss in the world, at least according to me and possibly a lot of people. I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in this one. And here we have him right here in the bottom right side of Oceanborn. We are back with some more trap games representing Gen G, of course, going up against a tricky one who has been playing some Terran as well recently, especially on the new patch. This is still the old patch, and we are going to look at the main nexus of Astrea. And this is from KSL week number 61, and I am expecting a banger here, so nothing too fancy in the openers, but I'm expecting a close game, and I'm also expecting some shenanigans, and mostly from Astrea. Okay, I am expecting it mostly from Astrea. Both players are going for the 2-gate openers, and obviously the double gas. No 1-gate expand shenanigans over here. Both players have the 2-gate wall plus the cyber core down. Second pylons should be placed potentially in their main, because I don't see a probe to actually do the job with the proxy. Now this doesn't actually eliminate the potential of a proxy, but of course it is not going to happen now, and it's going to be most likely a dark shrine, if anything, or maybe a gateway to signify some kind of an all-in or something along those lines. Let's see if both players go for 1 base or if they go for 2 base plays. Astrea opening with Stalker, Trap opening with Adept. So Adept will actually give some pressure across the map for Trap, and Astrea will need to defend properly. And we'll look at that. Trap is, he knows the timings obviously, so this is to block, sorry, not to block, but this is to actually see what the first 2 units are going to be. And I believe Trap saw this whole thing. I'm not sure what was the vision. I should have checked it. My apologies. Sentry is going to be the follow-up here for both players, which I kind of like, because we've seen a lot of sentries since the last update to that sentry. Okay, that was kind of clutch, honestly. And now Astrea tries to intercept those stalkers, and the Adepts will try to shade past them. Let's see, will he cancel or not? No, he's not going to cancel, but he is in a decent position here. Just not having to deal with those stalkers, at least trying not to, but Astrea gets a couple of shots off onto those shields. And now the Adepts will shade past these stalkers. The shields will regenerate, and now Trap nicely moving away. Let's see, will it be in time? Oh, barely in time. Astrea with the clutch moment here. Trap finished the shade. Hallucinated Phoenix will go across the map, but man, Astrea with the clutch shield battery in the wall. Beautiful stuff there. So now both players are going to go for the scouting Phoenixes, just to see what's gonna happen. Warp Gate obviously finished. Let's see, Twilight Council for both players. Astrea is a bit faster. Is the Nexus of... No, the Nexus is also at the same time, so I'm not sure what happened there, but Astrea is actually ahead. But oh, he's gonna lose 1 stalker. Is gonna lose potentially 1 more, and this game could snowball out of hand right from the beginning. Another clutch play, even in the midst of chaos, and look at that, he's gonna block that Adept there. He's gonna try to shade out. Trap will manage to actually get 1 Adept out. The other one will go down, and he even takes down the probe. I think he took down 2 probes this game, so absolute beauty here on the side of Trap. Now a robo comes down on the side of Astrea, which could signify just some observers, but also the Immortal will be a really good addition. Astrea playing somewhat of a can I say old school build with the blink opener into potentially some Immortals. Trap also throws down the robo, but a lot later. So Astrea is in a bit of an interesting position here. because he has an advantage. He has some kind of a window where he has the blink advantage, but obviously he also lost 2 stalkers to Trap's move out, so he needs to actually count that in. Third base coming up for both players, and both players actually having that in time. Now Astrea shows off the blink, and it's gonna lose 2 probes. Not the end of the world, of course. Once there's only one adept, it's going to be an interesting one. Oof, a Trap actually forced to cancel here on the side of Astrea. Guardian Shield has been popped. Blink forward. Will try to snipe a couple of stalkers, but the volleys are not lining up properly to actually snipe it, and it's not going to be enough, but catches one more stalker at the tail end of that fight. Beautiful stuff there on the side of Astrea. Obviously knows what he has to do. Forge coming up, so we're going to get into some upgrades as well. Trap is also on point with his Forge. Now Charge coming up for Trap. Astrea does not start Charge yet, at least. Couple gateways coming up for Trap. Astrea is still on 2 gateways. +1 starting for Astrea. And I wouldn't mind to see Charge as well, because Charge is actually a decent, something that you kind of need to have, right? Now, Trap carved himself an advantage with the cancellation of that Nexus. Obviously, if you cancel it like halfway done or a third done, then you're going to be relatively far behind. The probe count is going to be the same, but the income is going to be a lot lower because of the lack of a nexus to return the minerals to, which means your long distance mining is not going to be as efficient. But Astrea is looking to take a 4th base. Is that going to happen right now? I think he's saving up for a 4th base right now. And I saw something from Trap just going across there. Now, Trap will try to preserve this observer and beautifully defending it, not letting Astrea do anything. And he's going to scout this 4th base, so Trap knows that he either can expand, which he will do right now. By the looks of it, yep, that is indeed what he's going to do. And this is a super fast-paced game. Over here, Astrea will snipe 2 workers, keeps 1 stalker there, and it's gonna get out even without shield damages. He's gonna lose 1 stalker. Did not catch it in the recall circle, wherever that we can call the recall field. I think that's strategic recall, and it's mass recall on the mothership, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure on which one's which. I always mix it up, so apologies for that. Okay, Prism coming out for Trap, which means he kind of wants to move out. +1 is finished on both sides. +2 has started on Trap side, and now he's actually carving out more of an advantage. Some nice force fields there, and kind of takes down a couple. And he also has the Templar Archives relatively fast. I thought Astrea will be in a decent position, but by the looks of it, Astrea is just playing, okay, he's going to try to hallucinate a couple of these Archons, but those are going to fall like flies. And now the charge lots are actually in a decent position. Force field will not be of any use because of that Archon. If the Archon gets in collision with that force field, the force field will disappear instantly. It will break because it is counted as a massive unit. Okay, another Archon is morphing right now. I think you just need to have a couple of Archons, anti-force field Archons, and now he's moving forward. These Zealots are actually in a decent position. Oh my god, five shield batteries, soon to be 5. Like 4 shield batteries. One of them got the battery overcharge popped. Soon will not have battery overcharge, so most likely he is trying to use the most of it. Obviously, this is a older replay because it's been at least almost 2 weeks since this has been played. But I'm obviously trying to find and grab some nice series for you guys. That's what I do. That's what I try to do at least. And most of the time it pays off. So always interested to see Astrea versus Trap. Astrea against anybody, to be honest. Astrea is a really smart and creative player, but he is on the back foot over here. It's gonna, Trap is blinking forward, and he's gonna try to snipe a couple of these stalkers, and the Zealots are actually having a lot of surface area, and Astrea is in the corner trying to defend. He has a decent position right now. Probes are being pulled in hold position, so they cannot pass. The Zealots cannot pass then, and now, oh my god, slow Zealots. Now he gets the charge. Now sees the army over here. Let's see the splits. He's pre-split as well. Now Trap is pretty much keeping up this pressure over here. 11 army supply advantage, but Astrea is on a higher worker count and a significantly higher worker count. But now Trap is going to blink forward, going to snipe this battery, going to snipe the cannon, and potentially, oh, massive warp in here coming in for Trap. Well, let's see if that's going to be enough. The Zealots are in the back line. That's not the best play you can have right now. And the Zealots are clumping up. Let's see. The Zealots need to get in front to actually tank for a bit. And Astrea surprisingly holding well. Now he's losing all those probes that he had as an advantage. And now he might be able to catch the Prism. And he does. Archon goes down. Sentries are going to go down. No more Guardian Shield. Trap might need to recall over here. But now Astrea is just cornering him. And it's a beautiful fight here on the side of Astrea. He will survive pretty nicely. He's gonna lose his Nexus though, and Trap is onto a 5th base. Absolutely amazing. Trap is just macroing impeccably behind this. He is going to try to go for that upgrade advantage. Both players have +2. Astrea did not manage to start +3. Now there's an Immortal here. There's 2 Big Brother Immortals, and let's see if that's going to be enough. Trap should have battery overcharge. It doesn't. Oh, never mind. He just activated it. All right. Now he's going to move in to try and poke a bit at Astrea's army. But Astrea is on mass stalkers right now. He's actually playing a very mobile composition, or at least trying to force some kind of a fight here. He might be able to blink on top of the Immortal. There's no more battery overcharge, but he might be able to snipe it. Now Astrea is moving forward. He's going to try to snipe the Nexus. In the meantime, second Forge is coming up, potentially for shield upgrades. Let's see if that's going to be the case. But now he is going to try to just get away. Beautiful blinks, not blinking everything at once. It's kind of trying to preserve some of those blinks. He has a couple more Stalkers in the far right side. And now he's going to move in. Trap has another Prism. He can juggle with the Immortal, with the Zealots, just trying to save them. This is a very entertaining back and forth. Just look at that beauty. No advantage, no clear advantage so far. Trap is down in supply, even worker count, but Trap has a 5th base going. So, oh, actually Astrea has a 5th base going as well. So never mind. I retract that sentence. No advantage, but Astrea has the army supply advantage, although his army is not as sophisticated as Trap's. Now he has a bunch of Zealots over here, and the Zealots will fight the other Zealots. Let's see, is this gonna be enough here? The Immortals are not getting touched, and Astrea needs to back off somehow. He kind of needs to try and save everything, but there is a massive worker count loss on the side of Trap, down to 61 workers versus 73. The other moment there was like 8 workers falling on the side of Astrea as well, so both players are trying to do like multitasking and everything on top of microing like Giga Chats do. Astrea will establish a bit of a vision circle on the right side, and now it's gonna find those Zealots, the run-by Zealots, potential run-by Zealots that will be shut down on the side of Astrea. Now Astrea's Zealots are actually a bit will carve him a bit of an advantage. +3 will finish for Astrea, and armor upgrades. Okay, so I've seen this as well. When I learned PvP, they said, okay, don't go for anything but shield upgrades. Armor is like relatively useless, but I think if you play like Stalker, Zealot, and only a few Archons, then it might be worth it, especially against like some more Zealots and Immortals and all that stuff. And now Astrea is in a bit of a choke point here, and now the concave should be better on the side of Trap. Astrea needs to have those Stalkers blink backwards or something to make room for the Zealots to push forward. Very volatile game. One slip up and it should be over, but by the looks of it, Astrea is pulling ahead in terms of army supply. He's playing the mass gateway style. He has 10 gateways, actually 10 gateways versus 10 gateways, but he has an upgrade advantage. Now Trap will try to catch up, but Astrea already working on shield upgrades as well, and +2 armor on top of that, +3. Is there any transition here? Nope, by the looks of it, there's no disruptor switch or something along those lines. There's only Archons on both sides, 3 Archons apiece. Trap has a few less stalkers though in a single sentry, and now the Robo Bay pops up in the production tab, as well as 2 extra gateways on the side of Astrea. He has some extra money so he can actually spend it. Let's see if that's gonna be the play here. Now he's gonna find these warping in units, and battery overcharge is popped instantly by Trap. But is that going to be enough? Was that preemptive way too early? Astrea is floating a very tad bit, but I have an idea that he might just keep for some defensive warp-ins in case of a zealot run by. And he's gonna move forward. Trap trying to pressure as much as possible. Astrea retreating. Oh, beautiful snipe on that prism. Trap is actually on the back foot right now because he needs these warp-ins. But I think he has the warp-ins close enough. Let's see. Is this gonna be enough? The blue Archons are actually in a higher number in the front line at once. Although there's Archons on the side of Astrea as well. It's gonna have them defensively, and this is a bad position for both players, I think, unless you manage to like have a clean surround from the right side as well. But the SimCity is also great, so positionally this would be a bad fight for both players. But now Trap might actually be onto something here. Trap is going to try and send some zealots potentially to the natural or something. Nope, is gonna try and get some surface area with those zealots. Is gonna be able to get in here. No battery overcharge on the side of Astrea, so he's gonna have to defend with what he has right here. Oh, the zealots are actually literally stuck behind the Archons. That is not where you want them to be. But Astrea might actually be a bit of an advantage. And Trap with the 3rd prism on the front line is going to try to warp in some more zealots. Astrea blinking backwards. A couple more zealots of his own being warped in. This is so far a very entertaining game. And no clear winner so far. Trap will lose these immortals over here. So now Astrea could actually push forward. And I wouldn't be surprised if this would be the killing blow here on the side of Astrea. 50 supply advantage, almost 45. And Trap will try to defend how he can, but there is going to be a disruptor battle before we end this game. There's 2 disruptors on the side of Trap, 1 disruptor on the side of Astrea. 2 robos versus 1, so higher disruptor production, but Trap does not have the income to actually support those. Let's see, the gas income is heavily in favor of Astrea, around 200 higher per minute. And of course, the mineral income is, oh my god, it's 1400 mineral income advantage for Astrea. Absolutely amazing. 15 worker advantage. That should look like this, obviously. Now Astrea going for a 6 base, actually already saturated a 6 base. Trap will try to actually take a 6th as well, but it is going to be mighty tough here. Gonna try to pull ahead with these disruptors and hope for a grandiose disruptor shot. Dark Shrine coming in for Astrea with that 2nd robo finishing up. A couple of zealots will run by and focus down this cannon potentially. Gonna drain the shield battery of energy. Oh, battery overcharge is actually going to be popped. And now a couple of warp-ins here on the side of Astrea. Now Astrea is in the middle of the map. Oh, but this is so dangerous. Okay, disruptor shot will not be the end of this. Oh, beautiful snipe here. And another one. Oh, it blinks forward and snipes all these disruptors. And Astrea with the killing blow just strikes down Trap's disruptors and will take game number 1. Game number 2 will be played on Ghost River. What a game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. That was absolutely fantastic. And of course, let's present our players. Trap in the top left side. Meanwhile, Astrea in the top right side. And I'm curious what we're going to see here. So it's a short rush distance map. By the looks of it, both players are planning to have like a 2-gate expand. Trap with the more classical alignment on those pylon gateway clusters. Astrea going for the, I don't know, it's also standard, but it's an more interesting positioning of the pylon. I think you can get like a shield battery down here on the low ground. I'm not sure if you can get one over here. I don't think so. I don't think there's enough range there. Cannot see the range as an observer, but I'm highly confident that it's not enough range. Okay, so you have the double gateway on the side of both players, actually, not just Astrea. It's double gateway, double gas. Trap is just trying to scout around, see what's happening. Astrea going for that cyber core, and by the looks of it, Astrea is gonna proxy something. From the looks of it, it might just be a Stargate. In all honesty, I don't think it's gonna be anything. Maybe it's gonna be a Dark Shrine, though. Who knows? Could be a Dark Shrine. Let's see. Once the Cybercore finishes, if it's gonna be a Twilight Council, I think it's gonna be a Dark Shrine. Let's see. Astrea has almost 200 gas, so I believe it's gonna be a Stargate. Yep, Stargate is gonna be proxied. And the far away position... Actually, I think this is further away from where you would have the Oracle start out if you had it go from your main base. Stargate on the side of Trap as well, with Adept Adept once again, and Stalker defensively for Astrea. So by the looks of it, Astrea likes to play Stalker while Trap is more of an Adept person still. I remember watching him play Adept a lot of the times, and it's amazing. Now Trap will try to see if it's like if it's another fake proxy. I think he had something like that against someone. Cannot recall. But yeah, Astrea is one who likes to play mind games and all that, so I wouldn't be surprised if the second pylon would be in the natural at some point. Okay, it's not gonna go down, but yeah. Okay, we have a Phoenix. Interesting. Ooh, this is very interesting actually. So I'm not 100% sure what this is going to look like, but we have Adept coming out from Trap and Stalker, so that means there's only going to be 2 Stalkers, and Trap is preparing for an Oracle, a proxy Oracle. Now the question is, what does Astrea know? Astrea never scouted Trap's base, and Trap does not know what the proxy is. So I'm curious. I'm very, very curious. Okay, Trap is gonna come in with this Oracle. The Oracle is going to do pretty much nothing because of those 2 Stalkers. Maybe gonna get a probe, but gonna lose a lot of that. And now 3 Phoenixes move in. There's a 4th coming up. Oh, this is looking absolutely terrifying. Oh, there's enough Stalkers right now. Okay. And there's a Robo for Trap. Oh, okay. The Robo is not really going to help against these Phoenixes. But let's see what the actual play is going to be for Astrea. Oh, you don't want to lose those Phoenixes. There should be a 5th Phoenix, right? Yeah, that's gonna be Phoenix number 5. Mumbo number 5. Anyways, the Oracle went down, I believe. No, not yet. Where's the Oracle? Oh, now the Oracle is going to fall. Yeah, as these Phoenixes are going to destroy it. And now there's pretty much gonna be mass Phoenixes against a couple of Stalkers. And I'm not sure if this is gonna be possible for Trap to actually break this. Oh, there's 3 Stalkers being picked up, and now actually 2 more Stalkers will fall, losing only what, 1 Phoenix for those 2 Stalkers. And I think that is a decent trade here on the side of Astrea. He keeps going for those Phoenixes, so I am very curious. Trap cannot really put the prism in front because he's gonna lose it. Now he has to run with the prism as well, and actually Astrea with the interesting wild strategy. Proxy mass Phoenixes. What am I looking at? I never thought I'm gonna see this, but it's so exciting, honestly. I love Astrea's games, and I love Astrea's game plans and all that stuff, so There's a battery overcharge that Astrea needs to bait out somehow, I think. And he needs to make sure that he's fighting on his terms, which is going to happen right now. The suckers are falling like flies. Okay, the prism is... Oh, gonna activate battery overcharge. That is huge. Astrea manages to bait out battery overcharge, and I think that is going to be the final nail in the coffin of Trap, as Trap does not have anything whatsoever to speak of. He's trying to go for a Twilight. He has 4 Stalkers, but look at the army compositions. It is going to be 4 Stalkers, 7 Phoenixes versus 4 Stalkers alone. Prism is going to go down. No Blink to actually play a bit more defensive. And honestly, I think Astrea has done it. He might have defeated Trap here with this beautiful shenanigan here. Man, this is absolutely amazing. Astrea will take a 2-0 victory against Trap. Beautiful games on both sides, especially game number 1. Game number 2 was a bit short, but obviously the strategy compensated for it. Beautiful big brain move from Astrea.